Hey, what's going on everyone? It's DJ here, and today I'll be showing you how to make some spinning salmon lures. These are modeled off of the Silvertrons that you would buy in the store. The only problem with the Silvertrons is that they're roughly $8 to $10, maybe more, depending on where you buy them. And to make one, just a couple bucks. It takes a little bit of time to do it though. Especially this first part here with the surgical tubing, but I'll go over that in a second. But yeah, salmon season is getting into full swing in the rivers here pretty soon. September, October, that's when they'll be coming in. So I'll be using these out in Rio Vista, the Delta area, and I'm going to show you guys how to make them today. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've laid out all the tools that I'll need to make this spinning lure. If we go into here, the treble hook, split ring, surgical tubing, clevis, hollow metal bead, a quick twist tool. We have a 6mm bead, 8mm bead. We have a large wide willow, a little bit smaller wide willow, and the 6-inch looped end wire. And I'll put an image up here in a second with all of the parts and label them using Photoshop, so that way you guys can just pause it there and make sure you have everything. The tools that I'll be using for this and some of the other lures that I've built. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get started with building the blade. We're going to start with putting the split ring onto the looped end wire here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. We'll take our split ring tool. We will open this up here and we'll put this wire on the split ring. Just like that. So we have that there. Okay, so the split ring is now on the looped end wire. Let's go ahead and put the treble hook onto the split ring here. Be careful. Ooh, be careful not to poke yourself. I almost poked myself. Okay, so now that's on. Now one of the toughest parts is putting the surgical tubing down through the wire, over that split ring there, and then over the hook. We're going to use some soapy water. I have some soapy water next to me here. Dip that in the soapy water, and we'll put this as far as we can onto some needle nose pliers. You'll see why I'm doing that here in a second. So just squeeze that down in there. Now we'll open this up, and the surgical tubing is pretty flexible, so don't worry too much about ripping it, although if you do spread it open too much, it will rip eventually. And then we'll put this, whoops. Okay, so you see how that goes in there. It's, like I said, this is the toughest part, but now that that's in there, we can pull this off. There we go. All right. So that's on there. Push that down. And so we have the surgical tubing, the split ring inside the surgical tubing. And now I like to put some beads in here. So we'll put these white beads, dip those in that soapy water, and see if we can get those on there. Okay, there's one. And two. Push those in there. They go in pretty easily with that soapy water. So just like that. Now we'll start putting our beads on. I'm gonna go with like an all red look here. With a darker red and like a salmon egg red. So put that on, alternate those. I'm gonna do 4 here. All right, now that I have 4 on there, I'm gonna go put these hollow metal beads. They act like bearings for the clevis. And so we'll put the clevis with this big blade. Make sure the blade's facing the right way. And we'll put that on there. All right. Another metal bead. Here we go. Then I'll do 3 more of these red beads. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll go another metal bead. Oops. These things are super tiny. Here we go. Clevis, the smaller wide hollow blade, or wide willow blade. Clevis there, the other metal bead, and we will put the last bead to top it off. All right, so now we have a nice spinner. All we have to do is put a looped end on the top where you would attach your line or swivel, and we will use this tool here, and I'll put a link on how to use this tool to a nice video that shows you how to use it. So let's go ahead and put the loop in. Okay, so finally I got that. We have the nice loop here. We have that extra tag wire here, and we're going to just wrap that around a couple of times using a couple of pliers. We'll hold that and use this plier to start wrapping it around. Do about 4 tight wraps. All right, so now you can see we have tightly wrapped, maybe I'll do a little bit more, tightly wrapped wire. There we go. We got that tag still, we're going to cut that off. All right, don't let that hit you in the eye. And now we're going to smash that down, just so you don't like get it caught on anything. Okay, so now it is all complete. Everything spins nice and smooth. Everything's nice and tight. And that's how you make a salmon spinner on your own. So if you like that video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.